the work that a nail tech does is not valued. So it seems as though they're overcharging, when in reality is you don't understand the business side of it, and you also do not value the work of a nail tech. That's the real tea. Hello, I'm Indesha Marie, and welcome to the Slangin Dope Nails podcast. Over here, I will be discussing nail topics such as the business side of the nail industry, product reviews, and giving any tips and tricks that I have learned along the way on my nail journey. Now, mind you, this is my personal experiences and my opinion. And you may not agree with everything I have to say, but keep it cute. Before we get into it, I would like to show some love to the dopest nail set that I have seen this week. Every week I will be picking a nail set that I feel like is the dopest nail set that I have seen next week. Also, I will be taking suggestions that you can send to my nail business page at Hypnotic Nails on Instagram. If you feel like you saw the dopest nails all week, then definitely send it my way. This is my way of showing love to all nail artists, nail techs, whatever you describe yourself. And this will be happening every episode, so definitely send me the dopest nails you've seen whenever, anytime, any day. There has been a lot of noise for the past couple years about nail prices going up, and I'll be honest, even as a nail client, I thought the same. And then when I went to nail specialist school and learned the business side of being a nail tech, and your nail tech isn't just making your nails and toes look cute. They are running a business. And just like any other business, they all have business expenses. Expenses dealing with the business, and also their personal expenses. So this video is going to give you some insight on the business side of being a nail tech. I'm not really gonna go into deep on the personal side because it's going to vary from nail tech to nail tech. Like, some of us have kids and some of us don't, and childcare is expensive. So I mentioned childcare because one day my husband and I were sitting and talking about my nail career, and he said to me, "You need to put childcare in your overhead." And at first I was like, And then I was like, okay, no, you're actually making sense. That makes sense because I was a stay-at-home mom before I was a nail tech. And so since I'm going this route of being a nail tech, I gotta make sure that the money that I make will not just, be a profitable business, but the only way it can be profitable if it covers my childcare as well. Like, if it just pays for childcare, then I didn't make any money. So childcare will definitely be in my overhead, but like I said, it's not gonna be in all nail techs overhead. So that is why I'm not gonna be going too crazy on the personal side. Actually, I'm not gonna touch it at all because it's going to vary from nail tech to nail tech. So the best way I feel I can explain this, like the clearest way possible, is to do it with numbers. So I did some research. I needed to figure out the median household income for the United States. So I went to the census website. I'm pretty sure that's the best website I can go to. I got the 2021's median household income, non-family household income, because not all of us have families. So I just wanted to do it based off a single person because that is a little bit more realistic. So 2022 was not available the time that I did this research. I don't know if it's available now. So I'm using 2021's median non-family household income, which is $41,797. To make it a little bit easy, I'm just gonna round it up to 42K. Once I get started, this will all make sense. So definitely bear with me, but it will all come together. I'm going to call my example nail tech Lisa. So let's say Lisa wants to make 50K a year, which is only $8,000 more than the median non-family household income for 2021. So she is not balling at all, because this is the median non-family household income. She's not balling. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a little math to see if the math is mathing, and I needed to see how much Lisa would need to make a week to get 50K. So, okay. So 50K divided by 12 is $4,166. I'm gonna round that up to $4,167. And that is how much she would make a month. And so I'm gonna divide 4,067. I'm gonna divide that by 4. So that is $1,041.75. I'm just gonna round that up to $1,042. So to make 50K a year, Lisa will have to make $1,042 a week. So let's say Lisa averages $70 per client. And that $70 is going to be $55 for a full set and $15 for long length. To make $1,042 a week, she would need about 15 clients a week to make a little bit over $1,000, which is a lot of clients. Honestly, that's a lot of clients. Okay, so Lisa did it. She made 50K, but that is her gross income and not her net income, which is what she'll actually take home. Before you can actually take home 50K, you gotta know what your business expenses is. So you can't just put it in your brain that I want to make 50K. Well, to make 50K, you got to make sure that all your expenses are covered as well. So for nail techs, our expenses include supplies such as nail tips, nail glue, buffers, sanitation material, nail art, and more. And taxes. Self-employment taxes are 15.3%. And taxes come out whatever it is. In most cases, from what I know, is that people who run a solo business or self-employed, they usually put money to the side for taxes, because you ended up paying when it's tax time, you pay those taxes. So based on the money that you make, that's how much taxes you're gonna pay. So if you really wanna make 50K, you can't actually make 50K. You're gonna have to make about 62K to cover everything. So for 50K, taxes is $7,650. So if you make 50K, you really didn't make 50K, because Big Daddy government, they taking about 8 racks. So you didn't make 50K. And then expenses as far as like supplies and marketing. So for supplies, I did just a guesstimation of like $3,000. I don't have enough data to calculate my own, so I did a guesstimation with $3,000 for supplies, which is pretty realistic. And then you also have marketing, but luckily for nail techs, we can market on social media for free for the most part. But booking websites, business cards, things of that nature cost money as well. And that is going to come out of that 50K, because you have to pay your business first before you can pay yourself. So I realized that the most popular booking website is Acquidity, and they have a package. Their most popular package is $23 a month, so that is $276 annually. And then with business cards aren't super expensive, but you do got to make sure that you pay yourself back for buying business cards. So I did $350 for marketing expenses annually. So for taxes, for 50K with a 15.3% self-employment rate, that is $7,650. For supplies, I'm doing $3,000, and for marketing expenses is going to be $350. Now pull out my iPad and get on the calculator again, so I can run it down. So 50K So 50K minus $7,650 equals $42,350, which is right above the non-family US income. If you forgot, that was 42K. All right, $42,350 minus $3,000 for supplies equals $39,350. Okay, like I said, like you gotta bear with me, but the math will really show you. So $39,350 minus $350 for marketing, on the dot, that's $39,000 after making 50K. In the world that we live in now in 2023, no one can really live off 39K. I mean, you could, but it's not gonna be the best. If anything pops up in life, it's going to be tight, and no one wants to live like that. No one should live like that. And nail tech should not have to work like a dog to just get 39K. So remember, this is for a full set that is $55. That's the starting price. And then $15 for long length. And so on average, I said Lisa made $70 per client. Obviously, she could make more depending on what all they get, but $70 is a nice little chunk of change to make. So if you're the type to be like, oh, I remember when I could get my toes and nails done for $40, just stop. Stop. Getting your nails and toes done for $40 is like dead. I mean, you can get that done, but you are risking a lot of things, but I'm not gonna get into it in this video. That's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother topic. So baby, it is not 1993, nor is it 2004. It is 2023, and the prices is up and stuck, because nail tech should not be working like a dog to break barely even. I mean, honestly. And the sad part is most nail techs aren't charging enough. Even beginner nail techs, all nail techs, a lot of us don't charge enough, because we're so afraid of customers being like, well, I'm not paying for that, because they don't see the value in what the nail tech is doing, because prices have been so low for so long that they feel like they are being robbed, when in reality everything has went up. I remember when I had Amazon Prime, and I want to say that it was like $99 when I first got it, and now it's like $120 a year. If Amazon gotta raise their prices, what do you think an independent nail tech gotta do? Like, let's be serious here. Like, I swear this topic gets me so, like, I just be like y'all are funny. Not you who's watching, but I just mean in general, people who claim that nail techs are, you know, being greedy and trying to live that Instagram lifestyle, when in reality, the numbers are telling you that, baby, even $55 is too low for some nails, especially some nails that are coming off of Instagram or Pinterest. You're not getting that for something cheap. Like, you're just not. I'm not sorry. No, I'm not. And by the way, this goes for handmade press-on nails as well. They have some of these same business expenses. The only one is probably not having to buy sanitation material, but press-on nail businesses do have to buy packaging material and ink to print out stuff and all these other things that, you know, any other business has. Packaging material, it's a product, so you got to ship it, and that not only the packaging material to ship it, and then the packaging material to put the nails in, and the instruction cards and all these other things that go into the overhead of a press-on nail business, like the things that don't necessarily go into a traditional nail business. It still kind of balances out because of that packaging material. So while press-on nails are a little bit cheaper, but they should not be drastically cheaper, because if you are paying attention to your overhead and the supplies that you're putting into your business, then your prices should be nowhere like $30 for some press-on nails. You're making no money if you charge that low. And I know people like to bring up Asian salons. Okay, yes, you could probably go get your nails and your feet done pretty cheap at a traditional Asian salon. But those nail techs also would like to make more money. There has been countless discussions about this in the past, where they feel like they're not getting paid enough. And I mean, you can literally Google the average of what a nail tech makes, and it's not a lot. It's not a livable wage. It's just not. It's just not. So where you may love your $40 nails and toes, the nail tech who is working on you is not making a lot of money. I can bet you that. And with traditional Vietnamese nail salons, it's most likely family owned and family operated. So the nail techs aren't too worried about what they're making. But if you're not, when I worked in a nail salon, no money was made basically. Because the prices are set so low, and they're set so low so people can get in and out of the chair pretty quickly. You have to work on a lot of people to really make money. And I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to work on 20 people a day to still not make that much because the price is so low. I'm not trying to do that. So because prices are set so low in a traditional Asian Vietnamese nail salon, a nail tech will have to literally work like a dog to really get some money. And they shouldn't have to, because being a nail tech is valued work, whether you And for one, it's a luxury. It's not a necessity. So when things are a luxury item, they tend to cost a little bit more money. And we're just not trying to work like a dog to break even, because most people do not understand the business side of being a nail tech, especially an independent nail tech. An independent nail tech has to pay for everything. Someone who's working in a salon, they're only just working. They aren't actually covering the price for anything. Unless you are working booth rent, then you're paying for everything. But if you're actually working in the nail salon, you're not paying for anything. All you're doing is offering the services, and you go about it that way. But as an independent nail tech, we have to pay for everything. The taxes, the supplies, the marketing, we have to do everything. And that's basically why the price is more expensive when going to an independent nail tech versus a nail salon, because the independent nail tech is paying for everything. I feel like this should make sense. So no, most nail techs aren't overcharging. I'm sorry, they're not. When you look at the business side of it and realize that for a $55 full set, long lead, $15, that's $70. After taxes and supplies and marketing material, they're only really taking home probably about $50. I just threw that out there, so I'm not sure. Don't fact check me on that. But you saw it in the numbers. To actually make $50K, you really need to make $62K. And if you are a nail tech watching this, raise your prices. Like, if your full set is not at least starting at $55, and you're not going to be making too much money unless you have a lot of clients, but you'll have to work all day, every day. Like I said, Lisa would have to take 15 clients a week to make a little bit over $1,000, $1,042. So to actually make $50K, she would need 60 clients a month. That's insane. That's literally insane. That is so many people. When do you live? When do you get a break? You got kids. When you gonna see them? I don't think so. So the issue here is that nail techs aren't nurses, they aren't doctors, they aren't dentists. The work that a nail tech does is not valued, so it seems as though they're overcharging, when in reality is you don't understand the business side of it, and you also do not value the work of a nail tech. That's the real tea. That's the real tea. Honestly, the nail industry gets the stankiest end of the stick out of all beauty industry occupations. Like, the stankiest end of the stick, and I'm honestly so appalled and feel bad if I ever complain, but I don't think I ever did, because I've always loved getting my nails done. Like, I'm gonna pay that money. It's never been an issue. So yeah, nail techs really get the stankiest end of the stick. Like, I'm pretty sure that we had one of the highest, if not the highest, overhead in the beauty industry, because we have to re-up on so many different items continuously. So I've been thinking about what I want my prices to be, and to be honest, I'm pretty nervous, because a lot of people feel like $55, $60, that's too much for nails. But when you look at the math, you can see that No one's really making a livable wage at $55 for a full set. Once all expenses are paid, they're left with $39K. So, what if your nail tech or Lisa was working out of a salon? I can't remember if I mentioned, but this nail tech that I'm talking about is home based. She's home based because that's where most of us start out. Let's say Lisa and got her bag up, her clients are coming in, and she decided to move to a nail salon suite. Nail salon suites can range from $8,000 to $12,000 a year. So if Lisa was only bringing in $39 and she can change her prices when she moves, because some people do that. They move into a salon suite and don't up their prices to accommodate for the rent. My hairstylist did that. She did not up her prices when she moved into a salon suite. And I was just like, but how are you accounting for the increase in expense? Meaning the salon. So if you're making $39K, Lisa's making $39K. And now you subtract $12K for the salon suite. That's $27,000 left. That's poverty. Like, that is essentially poverty. I don't know where in America you can live for $27,000 a month. Rent, car note, grocery, cell phone bill, Wi-Fi bill is going to eat all of that up. No money whatsoever left to actually live. And I am here to say that I am an advocate for nail techs getting to the bag and not on some like greedy thing, like just charging your worth. And if you are a nail tech watching this and you have been insecure about your prices, because a lot of us really struggle with trying to map out our prices because we want clients, we want to be successful, but it's like, dang, if I make the price too high, then I'm not gonna have that many clients. But what the real thing is, you're just setting your prices at a rate that matches your worth and how you feel, because no one can determine that but you. You will find your ideal client. And that's what I realized, that don't sell yourself short trying to compete with Vietnamese nail salons or nail salons in general, because that's not the clients that you want. It's not. So if you want to charge $100 off rip, then you need to then do it. Because who is to tell you that you can't? And if you market yourself right and you have the skill to charge $100 off rip, you're gonna find a client who is absolutely willing to pay it. Like, there is definitely nail techs out here that they are not getting out of bed unless you're paying $100. So raise your prices because you are absolutely worth it. Just because the world does not see value in what you do does not mean that the value is lost. It's not. Whew. This topic really gets to me. Like, I'm getting hot in here talking about it, because I know that it's not going to stop people from claiming that nail techs are just overcharging. I know it's not gonna stop, but hopefully it does help a little bit. Like, that's all I need. Like, even if just one person be like, you know what, and they sure was right, I'm tripping. Even just one person, I'm cool with that, because like I said, this podcast is an advocate for nail techs getting paid their worth. It's 2023. No one should be still getting their nails and toes done for $40. That don't even make sense. all these prices that went up around the world, but nail prices don't go up. Let's stop, okay? Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit that like button, comment, subscribe. This is the first episode of the Slangin Dope Nails podcast. I have shot this video a million times. But if you enjoyed this video, definitely stay tuned because I will be talking about more topics like this and also sharing what I've learned throughout my nail business or my nail career. I mean, it hasn't been that long, but I've had mad experiences and I've talked with older nail techs and hearing, you know, their stories, and yeah, that is what we're going to be getting into, and of course product reviews and stuff like that. And just I really want nail techs to operate their nail business like a real legit business, because until we do that, I don't think that the world is going to shift to realizing our worth. So like I said, raising prices. And see you next video.